Hello my people, you're welcome to GLK Music. Today I'll be giving tutorials on how to use sustain pedal. So this is what it looks like. This is sustain pedal. We have different type of this or different maker. This one is Sovid. I actually like it because it does what I want. So this is sustain pedal. It has a button here to switch the current. This is not on and off. It's actually to switch current. So I will tell you what this button does. It's not on and off. So this one has some rubber here to prevent sliding, so that when it's on the floor, because we put it on the floor, so it doesn't actually slide. So this rubber actually hold it together. So this is it. This is what it does. So it has a wire of like 2 or 3 meters, depends on the brand. So it has a wire, and it has where you actually connect it to the back of the piano. This keyboard here is Yamaha PSR XS700. So it has you will see it like pedal, sustain pedal port at the back of the piano or the keyboard. Then you actually insert it. So you insert it. There are some keyboard, then you put it on the floor here, on where your leg can reach, the reach of your leg. So there are some song, maybe you are playing worship, and you actually what does it do actually? Sustain, from the word sustain, is actually to sustain. It's actually to sustain something, to prolong something, to lengthen something. You understand what I'm saying now? I don't know the the simplest English but to actually lengthen something. For example, instead of when you play a chord like this and you remove your hand, it actually stops there. But when you press sustain pedal, when you press it down, for example, here this is without sustain, and when I press the sustain pedal down, can you see? Can you hear that? It's actually sustain it until you remove your leg again. That's when it stops. So it actually helps you to fill up some, for example, if you want to leave a chord and you want to move to another chord, that space so that it won't be vacant, it won't be empty. That is when you use your sustain pedal to fill up. So it will sustain the sound until you move your hand to another place, another chord. That is what it actually does, and it's very, very useful, most especially when you are playing worships. When you are playing to worships, it's very, very, very useful. It is very, very useful. This keyboard, naturally, without even using sustain pedal, it has a sustain button here. If you are using Yamaha PSR XS700, if you are using this, you can see a sustain. So you should know how to use it, not that you just press it down. So when you hold this sustain pedal, when you use this button here, everything is sustained. All the keys are sustained, so which is not supposed to be. That's the reason why, even though it has sustain button here, sustain function, you still need to get a sustain pedal so that you are in full control. You are in full control. You know when to